Blessings, friends. It's Maya here with another Astro update. On July 17th, we'll be having a new moon in the nurturing, emotional, and sympathetic sign of Cancer. Cancer rules the home, our family, inner security, food, and our emotions. It also rules the breasts for women, the chest for men, the womb for women, and the stomach for men. The moon is in its home sign of Cancer, in which it rules. It's also a water sign. So this new moon is showing the importance and connection with water here and navigating the emotional waters and divine cosmic downloads of insights we may have. This is a quite significant new moon because the nodes of fate and destiny are shifting into new signs of Aries and Libra at 29 degrees. And this will be happening for the next 18 months. With the nodes being at the later degrees of Aries and Libra this moon, there's an important focus on intense transformations, karmic endings, and new beginnings. There's a significance with these nodes opposing Pluto to surrender to these karmic shifts, being open, honest, and straightforward with ourselves as change is making its way into our life. Cancer is also signified as the crab with his pinchers. The Cancers can be known to hold on to things tightly, having a hard time letting go physically, emotionally, or spiritually. So it's vital here that we surf the deep waves of these emotional waters to embrace this individual and collective transformation that's providing us with an opportunity to break away from old paradigms and rigidity that no longer serve us and embrace exploration of a new world with a different perspective. Questions we can ask ourselves during this new moon: will we hold on to the past? Will we exercise extreme control to get our way? Will we find flexibility in the midst of tension, frustrations, and inevitable change? Will we nurture our emotional waters and the depths of our soul, surrendering to a greater force than us? Will we blame others or take accountability for our actions? Will we find opportunity by releasing old baggage and embracing new perspectives? Cardinal signs here will be most likely affected by this new moon, especially if you have any planetary placements around 24 degrees. The sun and the moon will be opposing Pluto, the planet of transformation, obsession, secrets, and manipulation. Oppositions can create tension, friction, and/or frustrations. Therefore, there's an importance to focus on what we can control versus what we cannot. There may be these themes of power play at hand, yet with an opportunity, as the sun and the moon in Cancer has to do with our intuition, our inner security, and emotions. This moon will also be trining Neptune, the planet of dreams, higher power, and imagination, asking us to trust the divine plan. It will also be sextiling Uranus, the planet of sudden changes, and the expansive sign Jupiter, asking us to be innovative with our resources and solutions to whatever tensions and challenges that may arise, expanding on our evolution with the decisions we make during this time. Mars, the planet of action and war, will be opposing Saturn, the planet of restructure and discipline. This can be gas and brake energy simultaneously, having a desire to move forward, but also needing to be cautious about how we're going about it at the same time, making slow, strategic plans for steady progress. Venus, the planet of love and harmony, will be squaring Uranus, the planet of sudden changes, showing we may be shifting our values around love and relationships. Venus will be going retrograde after this new moon on July 22nd, which means many of us will be slowly reassessing our values and love for deeper insight, truth, and/or authenticity. Mercury, the planet of communication, will be squaring Jupiter, the planet of expansion and knowledge, showing we may need to be careful with our words during this time and may possibly be saying too much. We are currently in a Venus retrograde shadow period and will be entering her official retrograde period in the sign of Leo on July 22nd until September 3rd. What are the do's and don'ts of Venus retrograde? Don't buy expensive clothing, decor, jewelry, or personal items. Oftentimes when Venus goes direct, we end up changing our mind about these pieces, or something can be wrong with them. Don't spend a lot of money. Venus rules money. When she's in retrograde, we may not be making the best financial choices. Don't start a new relationship. Oftentimes when Venus is retrograde, we're not thinking straight when it comes to love. Don't start a new business or launch a new project or product during this time. When Venus is in retrograde, the ruler of money and relationships, she's not there to support us in these financial and relationship business endeavors, and thus they're most likely to have a shorter shelf life. Don't renovate one's house or move house. Venus rules beauty and love, so whenever we're making choices associated with these aesthetics, when Venus is in retrograde, we might not be happy with the outcome. Don't get a new haircut, a drastic haircut or color. Venus rules beauty, so when she's in retrograde and we make beauty choices, They can go unexpectedly, or we may change our mind once she goes direct. Don't have plastic or cosmetic surgery. Venus rules beauty and aesthetics, thus having surgery when she's in retrograde, the outcome of the surgery may not be as expected. Overall, major life decisions in general or major love decisions when Venus is in retrograde, because we're not always thinking clearly. The do's of Venus retrograde: do thrift and find amazing bargain deals. When Venus is in retrograde, other people may be offering their nicer pieces of furniture at a much lower price than usual. Do reevaluate your finances. When Venus is in retrograde, the ruler of love, beauty, and money, it's a great time to reassess our finances and regain a better structure of it. Do reevaluate relationships. Venus, the ruler of love and relationships, when retrograde, we may reassess and shift some of our values in love. It's a great time for deep talks of deeper authenticity in love, or to release relationships that no longer serve us. Do couples therapy. Do relaunch a previous course or class or offering. When Venus is in retrograde, it's a great time to revisit things of the past or partake in them. And do reconnect with old friends. Venus, the ruler of relationships in retrograde, may bring friends and lovers back from the past. What area of life will this new moon be affecting you based upon your rising sign? For Cancer rising, this new moon will be happening in your first house, so there may be a new emotional beginning associated with yourself, identity, outward appearance, physical body, and new endeavors. For Gemini rising, this new moon will be happening in your second house, so you could have a new emotional beginning around how you make money, your income, self-worth, and material and physical possessions. For Taurus rising, this new moon will be happening in your third house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with communication, writing, speaking, your community, local travel, neighbors, and siblings. For Aries rising, this new moon will be happening in your fourth house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with your home, family, inner security, and ancestral lineage. For Pisces rising, this new moon will be happening in your fifth house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with your creativity, celebration, children, play, romance, and art. For Aquarius rising, this new moon will be happening in your sixth house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with your daily routine, health, diet, organization, as well as pets and animals. For Capricorn rising, this new moon will be happening in your seventh house. This could be a new emotional beginning around your personal relationships, business relationships, as well as contracts, marriage, and collaborations. For Sagittarius rising, this new moon will be happening in your eighth house. This could be a new emotional beginning around your shared resources, shared money, passive income, inheritances, and investments. For Scorpio rising, this new moon will be happening in your ninth house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with global travel, higher learning, one's belief systems, as well as teaching and publishing. For Libra rising, this new moon will be happening in your 10th house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with your career, place in the world, your public reputation, leadership, and status. For Virgo rising, this new moon will be happening in your 11th house. This could be a new emotional beginning associated with large groups of people, friends, friendships, networks, future hopes, and wishes. And lastly, for Leo rising, this new moon will be happening in your 12th house. This could be a new emotional beginning having to do with the unseen realms, one's dreams, intuition, emotions, spirituality, and subconscious. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to this astrology update. If you're interested in your own personal astrology reading, please message me for more details. And new moon and Cancer blessings to you all.